To get started on this yo-yo puff stitch, you will need a hook of your choice. I'm using a 5mm here, and wool that's suitable for the thickness of your hook. To start the stitch, we need to make a magic ring. Which is very similar to making a slip stitch, but not closing it all the way. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to always work over the short end when doing a magic ring. We are to do 17 double trebles into the magic ring. The chain 5 counts as the first stitch, and we need to have a total of 18 stitches in this ring. So this is the first stitch. To do a double treble, you wind the wool around once, twice, 3 times. You need to have 4 on your hook. Insert it into the ring and pull up a loop. Pull over, pull through 2, wind over, pull through 2. That's done twice. Wind over, pull through 2. That's 3 times. That's the 4th time. 1, 2, 3. Into the ring. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. Pull through 2. And the last 2. Repeat the step another 5 times. Sorry, another 15 times, because you need to have 17 in here. And we're going to keep doing this process over and over until we have a total of 18 stitches in this ring, or only 17 double trebles. Okay, I'm going to speed up a bit till we get to the end. Oh, sorry. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, how many do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, I've got 17 stitches now. 17, I think it's 17, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. This is the last one for this round. Pull the ring tighter and slip stitch to the top of the 5 chain to complete the circle. Okay, it doesn't matter if it puffs like this because it's called a puff stitch. I just want my center circle to be smaller. Okay. For the next round, we're going to chain 4. 4. And we are going to treble 2 together around. To do that, it's 1, 2. Insert the needle, the hook into the next stitch, which is the slip stitch that I just made. Wind over and pull through 2. Wind over and pull through 2. Wind the wool over the hook again and again, and insert it into the next stitch. Wind over and pull through. You should have 5, 2, 4, 5. Wind over, pull through 2. Wind over and pull through 2. Now you have 3 on your hook, 3 loops on your hook. Wind over and pull through all 3. Wind the wool around your hook twice. Insert it into the next stitch that hasn't been worked in yet. Pull up a loop, wind over and pull through 2. Wind over and pull through 2. You should have 2 loops left on your hook. Wind the wool around twice and insert it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop. You have 5 on your hook now. Wind over and pull through 2. That's 4. Wind over and pull through 2. That's 3. Wind over and pull through all 3 on the hook. Wind over twice, insert the hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop. There are 4 now on your hook. Wind over and pull through 2. Wind over and pull through 2. 2 loops on the hook. Wind over twice, insert it into the next stitch. Wind over and pull through 2, another 2, and pull through all 3. Wind over twice, insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop. Wind over and pull through 2, wind over and pull through 2. Wind your wool around the hook twice, insert it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop, wind over and pull through 2. Wind over and pull through 2. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Wind over and pull through all 3 loops. Wind your wool around your hook twice. Insert it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop and wind through 2 loops. So wind the wool over the hook and pull through 2 loops. Wind over and pull through 2 loops. Wind the wool around twice. Put it into the next stitch. Pull up a loop. Wind over and pull through 2. Wind over and pull through 2. Keep doing this process until we get to the end of our stitches. getting a little bit trickier now because the stitches are pulling, are pulling in tight behind. And I've got the last 2 stitches to do. This puff stitch is excellent for making blankets, and I think some people have even made dishcloths out of it. You make a lot of these and then you put them all together to make a blanket. Okay, I'm at the end now. I'm going to slip stitch into the 5th chain. Into the 4th chain that I made for this row. And then I'm going to cut. Finish off with this. These ends you sew in at the back and when you turn it, it's almost like a 3D wheel. This you sew all this in at the back and pull the hole a little bit closed, and then you make a lot of these and you put them all together. It's even actually a very nice thing to make to cover your couches because it's soft, and you can use different color wools, different textured wools to make it look funky. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe and you'll be notified of any new uploads that I put on to YouTube. But for now, thanks for watching.